was sent to these camps? Well, mostly Jews, but also political opponents of the Nazis, the communists, and other groups that they considered inferior, such as homosexuals, Jehovah's Witnesses, and Sinti Romas or Gypsies. People were taken out of the ghettos or forced from their homes and made to board trains which would take them to the camps. Some of the train cars were actually cattle cars formerly used to haul cattle. They were small, and into this cramped space were crowded 90 to 100 people packed together, shoulder to shoulder. And they would stand this way for 3 or 4 days or longer. And during this time, there was no food, no water, there was no heat in the cold winter, no ventilation in the warm summer, and no bathroom facility. Perhaps there was a bucket in the corner which quickly overflowed. In these horrid conditions, many people died. But if you died, you couldn't even fall over. There was no space, so that the person standing next to you could actually be dead. When you arrived at the camp, the dead bodies were removed from the train, and if you brought any possessions with you, they were immediately confiscated, and you would never see them again. You were made to walk in a long line, the end of which was a selection process. If you were old or young, less than 16 years of age, if you were pregnant or disabled in any way, you would be forced to go in one direction, which led you to your immediate death. They would take people out of line for any reason. If there was a set of twins, if somebody was unusually tall, any reason, they would do horrible experiments on the person, and then those people were killed. If you survived the selection process, your head was shaved in order to reduce the incidence of head lice, but really to start the process to dehumanize you. You no longer had a name, you got a new identification, a number. If you were at Auschwitz, your number was tattooed on your forearm. At other camps, other methods were used, such as imprinting a number on a piece of metal, which you wore around your neck as a necklace. You were given a uniform, a sort of a dress for women, a two-piece outfit for men, and somewhere on the uniform was attached some sort of identification. If you were a Jew, you had a yellow star. If you were a homosexual, a piece of pink material, and so on. You were assigned a barrack where you slept. There were 6 people to a bed made of rafters of wood with a thin layer of straw. The Nazis kept excellent records of who came to the camp and who died there. Each morning before sunrise, people would have to stand for long periods of time while a roll call was made to see who did not survive the night. You were given a food cup for your twice daily meal. The cup was very precious because if you lost it, you did not receive any more food. Now, you all eat food consisting of about 2,500 to 3,000 calories a day. At the slave labor camp, you received about 200 calories a day, about the amount that's found in a cup of whole milk. A meal might consist of watery soup with a few slices of potato, a hunk of bread. And on this nutritious diet, you had to work 16 hours a day, doing heavy labor, building roads or working in nearby factories, producing machine parts or ammunition for the mighty German army. If you fell down on the job due to weakness or illness, or you just couldn't get out of bed anymore, you were killed. There was no sympathy or compassion offered. The average lifespan in the slave labor camp was only 3 to 5 months. After that time, you would usually be dead due to rampant disease, malnutrition, exhaustion, or by a bullet. You would think the Nazis would value these people and treat them humanely because they were the ones doing the hard work. But rather, they considered the workers a disposable commodity, a replaceable product, since new shipments of workers would arrive daily via the trains.